Welcome to Intellings, where we explore and review nonfiction books, analyze research, and interview the authors behind them. Today, we're exploring a book that every aspiring writer needs to read, How Not to Get Published by Claire Gillman. If you've ever dreamed of seeing your name on a book cover, you probably know that the publishing world can be brutal. It's not just about writing a great story. It's about avoiding mistakes that could sabotage your chances before you even begin. Claire Gillman, a seasoned editor, journalist, and author of over 30 books, has worked behind the scenes in publishing for years. She's seen every kind of submission mistake imaginable, and in this book, she breaks down 50 of the most common pitfalls that writers fall into. From weak manuscripts to terrible query letters, unrealistic expectations to outright unprofessionalism, How Not to Get Published is an eye-opening guide to what not to do. Every writer has heard the classic advice: write a great book and publishers will come running. But that's just not how it works. The publishing industry is a complex machine, and understanding how it operates can make or break your chances. Gillman's book isn't about discouraging writers. It's about giving them the hard truths they need to succeed. It's a reality check wrapped in humor and wisdom, and that's exactly why it stands out. One of the most valuable lessons in the book is that writing a book and getting it published are two entirely different skills. The first requires creativity, patience, and discipline. The second requires strategy, market awareness, and a solid professional approach. Many talented writers never get published, not because their work isn't good, but because they don't understand the business side of writing. A big mistake writers make is writing only for themselves. While writing what you love is important, Gillman stresses that understanding your audience is key. If you don't know who you're writing for, your book will struggle to find a market. Many writers lose their readers and agents on page one. A strong opening is essential. As Gillman puts it, a manuscript's opening is your first and sometimes only chance to capture an agent's attention. If the first few pages don't grab them, they'll never get to the rest. Just because you've finished writing doesn't mean your book is ready for submission. Gillman warns against sending out manuscripts that haven't been properly edited. Publishers expect professional-level writing, not a rough draft. Your query letter is your ticket in or out. Gillman shares horror stories of authors who ramble, boast, or fail to explain why their book matters. A good query letter is short, sharp, and specific. One of the fastest ways to get rejected? Sending your book to a publisher that doesn't even publish your genre. Gillman advises doing proper research before submitting. A brilliant horror novel sent to a romance publisher won't get published, no matter how good it is. If there's one golden rule in publishing, it's this: be professional. Writers who respond to rejection emails with anger or who bombard editors with messages earn a bad reputation fast. As Gillman explains, editors and agents talk to each other. One bad move can close doors forever. This book has received solid praise from both aspiring and published authors. On Goodreads, it holds an average rating of 3.64 out of 5, with readers calling it a great reality check and incredibly useful. One reviewer writes, "An honest and practical guide. Gillman doesn't sugarcoat anything, but she gives writers the knowledge they need to succeed." Another says, "I thought I knew everything about publishing. Turns out, I was making some of these mistakes myself." The key takeaway? Even experienced writers can learn something from this book. It's brutally honest. No sugarcoating, no false promises, just real industry advice. It's easy to read. Gillman's writing is engaging, humorous, and straight to the point. It covers both traditional and self-publishing. No matter which path you choose, this book has insights that apply to both. It's practical. Every mistake comes with actionable advice on how to fix it. If you're already well-versed in publishing, some advice may feel basic. It leans more toward traditional publishing, so self-published authors might want a more in-depth guide specific to their needs. If you're serious about getting published, you need to read this book. How Not to Get Published is a must-have guide for any writer who wants to avoid rejection and maximize their chances of success. Claire Gillman doesn't promise to make you a bestseller overnight, but she does offer the next best thing: a clear, practical roadmap to navigating the publishing world without making costly mistakes. At Intellings, we love books that challenge the way we think. Gillman's book does exactly that. It forces writers to stop and reflect before sending their work out into the world. If you're working on a book and want to increase your chances of success, this is the book for you. If you found this review helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Intellings, and drop a comment below. What's the biggest mistake you think new writers make? And if you want more book reviews, writing tips, and interviews with authors, stay tuned. We've got plenty more coming your way. Until next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep learning.